Hi, I'm Max Pardo-Rhodes, part of the delivery team for the Productive General Practice Quick Start. I'm talking to you next about Common Approach. Common Approach is a module where we're looking to reduce variation in your practice, and this can be either in a clinical process or in an administrative process. Commonly we actually do see that does tend to take place in an administrative process, but I'm going to talk to you about both today. So what are we looking to do? We're looking to reduce what you would consider to be unacceptable variation in the practice. So for example, if we're talking about a receptionist and I'm a patient and I go and see receptionist A or receptionist B, I would be expecting to come away from both of those people with the exact same outcome. And really the same could be true for your clinical team too. You'll know that in your practice there are many different people who are going to do things in lots of different ways. And in Common Approach, we're working with you to decide and develop actually what do we consider to be the perfect way to do that. How do we do that? It's a really difficult process to get clinical teams to agree a common approach. So we use a tool or a technique that we call a driver diagram. And what we use is we use some simulations, as I've mentioned previously. We use our brief, simulate and do methodology. And the simulate for this is what we call a driver diagram. And in this simulation, we look at how you make an omelette. And I bet that everybody in your practice makes an omelette just a little bit differently. What we're looking to do is work with you to start to level that out so that everyone in your practice is working similarly as opposed to working very differently. This module, as I've already mentioned, can either look at a clinical or an admin process. Now obviously if we're looking at a clinical process, we're going to need some clinical time and support. Actually, when we've run this module before, one of the great things that we heard that came out of a practice was that GPs just hadn't realised how differently other GPs in their same practice were working and actually how differently they were doing things. And sometimes there's also an element of not understanding the knock-on effect that the way that some individuals work can have on the rest of the practice. Common Approach links to two high-impact actions, specifically number 5, productive workflows, and also number 10, developing quality improvement expertise. So when we're working with you in the practice on Common Approach, we're going to be doing kind of 3 key things. So firstly, in preparation, we're going to be looking at the analysis and the creation of that driver diagram, which of course we will support you with. Then we're going to be reviewing that with you and your senior team. And then finally, it comes down to implementing those agreed actions from that meeting, into ensuring that actually they take place and those changes do happen for you.